One fundamental aspect of a line is its slope. So as you can see, the slope of this line is said to be 0, while the slope of this line is said to be negative, while the slope of this line is positive. But what is slope exactly? Slope, in essence, it represents the ratio of rise by run, or change along the vertical divided by change along the horizontal. That's vertical and that's horizontal. Alternatively, we can think of it as the amount of change in one variable for every unit increase in the other variable. So let me put it this way, more graphically. I have a graph, so there is no title. We have the x-axis and we have the y-axis. I have a slider to change the slope. So this slope is said to be 0. This is negative, right? It's going down. This is positive. It's going up. Now, if I make the slope to be 1, what does it mean? Let me make it exactly 1. It can happen actually. Not able to make it. I think I got, yeah, no. Right? Okay, almost 1. There's a bit more. Yeah, that would be better. So slope here is said to be 1. Why is it so? Let us understand that. With that, we'll be able to understand the concept. I'll take a value of say 5. The projection of point 5 onto the line is over there. The projection of point 10 onto the line is over here. The projection of this 2 point onto the y-axis is over there. So what is the change along the x-axis? It's 5 to 10. What is the change along the y-axis? It's 5 to 10. So the slope of this line is said to be 10 minus 5. That's the change along the y-axis, and the change along the, let me do this, change along the y-axis by change along the x-axis, right? So vertical is y-axis and this is x-axis. So delta represents change, right? This triangle represents change. So 10 minus 5, that's how you can find the change by subtracting, and 10 minus 5. So this is basically 1. So that's your slope of 1. What does it mean? For every 1 unit increase along the x-axis, there is 1 unit increase along the y-axis. Okay, so the value need not be same. It need not be 10 minus 15. It can be anything actually. So let me change it. So here we can see that the value is changing from 0 to 5. Okay, so the value need not be that itself. It need not be 10 minus 5 only. Here it is 5 minus 0, but here along the x-axis it's 5 to 10. The point is the difference is 5 and here the difference is 5. So 5 by 5 is 1. Now let me make it 2. Almost 2. Okay, let me not try to correct it. Just waste our time. So we'll consider this to be 2. So let's look at it. Let's dig into it. And by the way, you guys also get to do this. So please go to the Python IDE section of the website. I'm sure I would have put the link. We would have put the link, and you guys can take up those links and execute all of this and take up the values like I'm doing, so that you can have a better understanding. If you get a better understanding of this topic, the slope topic of a line, you're done with the chapter. This is the principal aspect of the entire chapter. And on this, you will be learning differentiation, which is a very important part for this year and the next year. And the next year, half of the syllabus is based on this fundamental idea. So please understand the idea of slope. Okay, let me take up two values, 0 to 5. And the projection of 0 is over here and 5 is over there. And the value is from minus 5 to 5. So that's the change along the x-axis. That's the change along the y-axis. So again, slope is rise by run. Change along the vertical divided by change along the horizontal, that is change along the y divided by change along the x. So in this case we have a value of 5 minus of minus 5 divided by 5 minus 0. So this is 10 by 5. So basically this is 2. Okay, so let me increase the value to 3. One last analysis. Again, remember, this line can move across as well. We'll be talking about that in time. So 0 to 5 again, the projection of 0 is minus 5 and the projection of 5 is over here and it is 10. So this is your run and that's your rise from here till here. So the slope over here is again change along the vertical divided by change along the horizontal. So change along the vertical is delta y, delta x, and then we have 10 minus of minus 5 divided by 5 minus 0. So this is 15 by 5. That's basically 3. That is, for every 1 unit along the increase along the x-axis, there is 3 unit increase along the y-axis. So that's your slope. Again, my request is you guys get to simulate this, change it, have a look, understand the concept, because the entire topic, this chapter, differentiation chapter, and the next year differentiation chapter, all are based on this. Literally, the idea of slope is what the entire concept is based on.